first example library, which operates from 10 AM most mornings to either 6 PM or 8 PM Monday to Saturday and is closed on Sundays. This graph shows consumption over 7 different days from Monday through to a Sunday. Each line on the graph represents one day of the week, and on the x-axis you can see the time of day. It's immediately obvious from these load profiles that there is a lot of out-of-hours usage. The overnight load isn't that much lower than daytime usage. Clearly this interval data is showing that something seems to be wrong. The overnight usage and the usage when the site is unoccupied should be much lower. Investigations showed that the problem was with the control of the air conditioning. A time control unit had broken. Using the interval data, it was possible to estimate the likely savings from fixing it. Replacing the time clock was estimated to save $9,500 a year, 34 tons of carbon emissions annually, and to reduce electricity consumption by nearly 30%. With this sort of saving, it's little wonder that the time clock was replaced pretty well straight away. This is for a water pumping station. The site is on a demand tariff, and billing analysis showed peak demand occurred only twice in 5 years, and at both times in the same year. Subsequent interval data analysis enabled identification of the cause, which was 2 pumps running at the same time, rather than just one. Something that wasn't usually done and never needed to be done. As a result, operational procedures were put in place for only one pump to operate at a time. The contract demand was reset down to 90 kilowatts, saving $17,500 a year. From interval data, we can see the load profile here for the 3 days from 25th of December, Christmas Day, and the 26th of December. From this load profile, we can see that there is a lot of startup wastage. In other words, the air conditioning appears to be coming on very early in the morning, well before it's needed. Offices are normally occupied from around 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, not in the early hours of the morning as this graph shows. Secondly, we can see that while the usage is lower over Christmas Day, it is still much higher than on the following day, which was a Saturday. This is showing that something is still operating on the Christmas Day public holiday when no one is in the building. At this site, improved control of hours of use was estimated to be able to save $6,000 annually, 70 tons of greenhouse gas emissions, and to reduce electricity consumption by more than 8%.
By now you are probably thinking, wow, that's great, but where can I get interval data from for my site? Now the chances are that you can probably actually get interval data for your site and probably even for free, but it will most likely be in a format that you can't make sense of. It will be in a massive spreadsheet or another file, and there won't be any graphs or any guidance on how to make sense of the data. And if you do manage to manipulate it and get it into a form where you can get some graphs, it's not going to give you any guidance on how to identify and quantify the energy savings opportunities. And you may not have many other options. You may be able to subscribe to a data portal, but these often come with a hefty subscription charge, and whilst they do provide a lot of graphs, they don't normally provide you with enough information to figure out the actual dollars you could save and if it's worthwhile to take action. Or you could purchase a spreadsheet for $595 that could help you graph the data, but that seems like a pretty expensive spreadsheet to me. So this is why I'm so very pleased to be able to present to you this introductory training on interval data analysis.